Okay, we are about 2 kilometers up the Naha Loch FSR. We've stopped here to air down because the road is definitely getting a little bit rougher. And we have about 40K to get to our destination. So I aired down these tires, 265/70 17s, that's about 22, 23. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see that. There we go, about 22. So that is something I feel comfortable with. It definitely makes the ride so much smoother. And I don't have to worry about blowing the tires off the bead. The kit did come with this gauge, but I've been kind of finding it's not the most accurate compared to this, and $5 one from Armor All. So I keep that one as a backup and just use that. And this is just one of those, if this breaks for whatever reason, I have that one still. But so far I've used these for probably about 6 months now, and the calibration is still perfect. That's what I had it set at. That's what it always deflates my tire. So definitely a good little kit for around 20 bucks. Just passed a sign that said, "Attention all road users, road closed at 21K. According to Gaia, we are 27 kilometers away. Now, Cheyenne just told me the road was closed once upon a time, probably because of the fires. And from the post we've read on the BC four-wheel drive page, people have been there this past month, so I really hope we don't get 6 kilometers, away from where we're going and can't continue on. But that's the one problem cruising the back roads is, they're not very proactive of switching signs, putting them up, taking them down. So you just kind of got to go and hope for the best. So far, nothing too crazy to go through. road has definitely changed from the last time we were up here. Now, we haven't gone to where our final destination is, but we have gone up here to do some camping. And just with the fires and I think the atmospheric rivers causing all the flooding and stuff, definitely looks different. We couldn't even find where we camped because the whole landscape looks so different. But as Cheyenne just said there, if you guys didn't hear, it's probably gone. But we're about 18K to our final spot here. It's kind of slow moving. We're only doing, you know, between 20 and 30K. So it's taken a little bit, but beautiful day and beautiful drive. It's now 24 degrees. It's kind of been fluctuating, you know, a few degrees higher and lower, but should be there in 45 minutes or so. Just had to stop here, guys. Long way down, but just beautiful. The mountain range way over there. It's so pretty. This has definitely been a beautiful drive. You got a good woman when she brings rubber boots so she can record you going across these creek crossings. Guys, we're 300 meters away from our destination. It's taken us almost 3 hours total from leaving our front door of our house in Hope. Around this corner, I think you're going to see it. Around this corner, I think you're going to see it. Well, guys, welcome to Grizzly Falls. This is a pretty iconic waterfall here in British Columbia, and an area that a lot of four-wheel drive guys come to. This is, like I say so many times, camera is not going to do it justice. Just amazing. I just took some video of Cheyenne for Instagram, so I'll insert that here because then it just helps show the scale. But just the water coming off is amazing. This is just beautiful. Oh, this was totally worth the 3 hours to get here. Probably one of my favorite waterfalls so far in BC. Just, you can feel the power in your chest. You're up close there. It's pretty amazing, and feeling just the mist. Once upon a time, it looked like you could drive in there and camp. which would be probably the most epic camping spot in all of British Columbia, but you would be drenched. Totally worth coming here. But Cheyenne and Maverick just went for a little walk. They're not going to go too far because obviously there is a bear and a cub somewhat in the area. So I'm just going to start making our lunch. I'm not going to do a whole cooking and style video. This is why we came, but I'll just show you guys what we're having. So I mentioned in our last video some upgrades that I bought off of Amazon, and this is one of them. This is just a battery power and rechargeable water tap, I guess you could say. So what I did was drill a hole through the top of my kitchen here, and then I ran a hose. I had to buy a longer one because the one that came with it, unfortunately, just wasn't quite long enough. So I drilled a hole through here, drilled a hole through the back of this drawer, one through the back of there, and then I actually just put it through that water jug there. It actually worked perfectly, and it's a smooth enough bend. You guys saw how well. That's great. And so far, super happy. I love just, you know, like that's pretty cool to have. And what's nice about it is all I have to do is just take this unit off, and then I just push the clear hose down just a little bit so it's inside. It will slide in, and the drawers are kind of built that they don't go back all the way. So if I just slowly close it, the hose just unravels itself in, and then the little bit of excess that I have at the back just kind of falls out the back. And so far, no kinking, no leak in the hose. I'm not saying that that's not going to happen in the future, but so far, this is just great, a great addition, and I'm super happy with just how everything worked. I also picked up this camping kitchen and organizer, it's called, on Amazon. If you guys remember, I had basically a shoe rack that would hang in your closet to put your shoes from the dollar store. I paid about $3 at the dollar store for it. This was about $29, I believe. It's actually meant for camping. It's actually, you know, good material. The pockets are a reasonable size for everything that we need. Spots for your utensils down there. And again, so far, it's great. It's holding up. I just put a couple screws in through the top of it. I did shorten it up a little bit because it was a little long for what I needed. The only thing though I'm missing is just up top there has these clamps too. So that's not a big deal, but it's cleaner, looks more professional. And I think this is gonna last and work way longer than the cheap little dollar store one that I bought. So nothing special at all today. That's why I'm not gonna be showing you, you know, the whole cooking. All I'm going to be doing is just some chicken wraps. Got the lettuce, some jalapeno cheese to throw on it, mayo, just some chicken nuggets. Got some chips, a little bit of butter, grease the pan, some of our drinks, 2 adult beverages, and the wraps. Now I still have to think about what I can do about my propane bottle here, because it's not a huge, you know, deal. I can always unhook the propane when I'm done cooking to do dishes and whatnot, and then I can collapse the sink, and you know, it's not gonna be a problem. But what I could do is put this over here and then the fridge over there, which would make then the stove turns, which then I think it should fit through there. And that's what this clip's for, is to hold the bottle. I don't really like how that looks, but if I got to do that, so then I can just make this, you know, 100% good to go, not unhooking and stuff. You know, for a quick little meal like we're having today, that's not a big deal. Because after I'm done cooking, you know, I can undo the propane, collapse the sink, and do the few dishes we have, pack it all up and go. Now, if we're going for a multi-day camping trip, well, it would be nice then just to have everything set up and I'm not unhooking, hooking, back up. So I'll kind of play with that in the future. I've just gotten so used to this that it works for me. I'm actually getting mist from way over here. But this shouldn't take long. These are just a cheap nugget from Walmart, and they're already pre-cooked. So basically just heating them up, and then I'll make the wraps and then toast the wraps on here just to help hold it all together. I would have had a little bit more cheese than I actually do, but that's all right. You're fine. Like I said, nothing too special. Just chicken nugget wraps and some spicy ketchup chips. Well guys, we're all cleaned up and we're gonna make the long trip home, but it was definitely 100% worth it. And if this is our first official road trip of the summer, this is gonna be a good one. So thanks for watching everybody. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And consider following us on Instagram and TikTok. Take care everybody, and we'll see you in the next one.